This entire city must be purged. Jaina?
What's up guys? Today I decided to make a stories about Warcraft characters, and first one will be about Arthas Menethil, later known as Lich King. Probably many of you know that Arthas was only son of King Arthas Menethil II, King of Lordaeron, which you may not know that he was the best friend with Varian Wrynn, who was later the King of Stormwind. They became really close friends when Varian came to Lordaeron after the destruction of Stormwind during the First War by orcs. Arthas and Varian often paired together to enhance their combat abilities. As Arthas grew, he started to learn ways of light from Uther Lightbringer and continued his training in combat with Dwarf Ambassador in Lordaeron, Muradin Bronzebeard, who became also his friend. During the time in Lordaeron, young Prince spent a lot of time with Jaina Proudmoore and made a strong bond with her. When Arthas finished his training, he was included in the Knights of Silverhand as paladin during the ceremony in Cathedral of Light. Process was led by Archbishop Alonus Fowl and also included 4 of 5 original paladins: Atha the Lightbringer, Tyrion Fordring, Saidan the Drohan, and Gavinar the Dire. As the new paladin, Arthas was presented with the holy warhammer called Light's Vengeance. Ceremony was official finish of Arthas' initial training, and he decided to explore more the world of Azeroth. He visited Darnhold Keep to see famous orc gladiator Troll, then visited Dalaran to spend more time with Jaina. During his visit, Antonidas, headmaster of the Kirin Tor, organized a banquet for Arthas and Keltas, who was prince of Quel'Thalas of the Elves. Keltas also admired Jaina, but she had closer to Arthas, and they started a romantic relationship by kissing during the banquet. Having grown into a strong, confident young man, Arthas came to be considered one of the finest swordsmen in Lordaeron, and was famed for counter-attacking and defeating forest trolls, warbands of Zul'Aman, when they began raiding the settlements along the border of Quel'Thalas. Later on, Arthas invited Jaina to Lordaeron to celebrate the festivals of Noble Garden. During that time, Arthas revealed that he was courting Jaina to the public. Eventually, however, Arthas began to question whether the two were ready to be together. Arthas abruptly ended the relationship, so Jaina could focus on her magical studies in Dalaran, and Arthas could focus on his commitments to Lordaeron. Sometimes later, troubles began to stir in Lordaeron. Orcs broke free of their interment camps, and there was distressing news of plague that had gripped the Northlands. Arthas was sent to help Uther to handle this. And that is the moment when Warcraft 3 human campaign begins.
Welcome, Prince Arthas. The men and I are honored by your presence.
Can the formalities, Uther. I'm not king yet. It's good to see you.
You too, lad. I'm pleased that King Terran sent you to help me.
Father still hopes your patience and experience might rub off on me.
Well, it is a father's right to dream, isn't it?
Look, here's where we stand. Our scouts have confirmed that there is an orc encampment hidden somewhere over the next ridge.
As I suspected.
It gets worse. They're preparing to attack the nearby village of Stronbrad. As far as we know, the village is completely defenseless.
Campaign begins with defending village of Stronbrad, which is burned by orcs, and villagers are taken as prisoners. During time when Uther meets with Arthas again, it is revealed that villagers will be used as sacrifice by Orc clan Blackrock in attempt to summon demons. Arthas rushed with the army to save his people, but came too late, and all of them are slaughtered. This, together with death of Arthas' horse invisible years before, who had to kill in order to ease his suffering, started slowly break Prince's moral values and faith in light. When orcs are defeated, Arthas sees Arthas' anger and gives him lection about ways of paladin, which basically says that they do not seek revenge on their enemies. Weeks later, a more wild threat arose in the form of plague of undeath. Jaina and Captain Falric were sent to help Arthas investigate this strange disease. They fought against the undead at the infested granary, then encountered the necromancer Kel'Thuzad in town of Brill and pursued him to Underhall. Kel'Thuzad had already infected the stored grain in Underhall and shipped it out to outlying villagers. Before Arthas killed him, Kel'Thuzad spoke of Mal'Ganis, a Tersim demon who led the Scourge. According to Kel'Thuzad, Mal'Ganis should be in Stratholme, so Jaina and Arthas traveled north to confront him. Along the way, they stopped at Harglan, where hoped to rest. Instead, they were warned of approaching army of undead. Arthas ordered Jaina to find Uther and seek his aid while he remained behind to defend the town. But before the enemies came, Arthas learned a horrible truth about the undead.
Wait, what did those crates contain?
Just a grain shipment from Andorhal. There's no need to worry, my lord. It's already been distributed amongst the villagers.
Oh no. The plague was never meant to simply kill my people. It was meant to turn them into the undead. Defend yourself!
When it seems that Arthas is not able to hold the city against endless undead army, Jaina Uther and his knights came to turn the battle. When battle is over, company travel to Stratholme, where Arthas revealed terrible truth.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no. We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead.
What?
This entire city must be purged.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done! Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
As Arthas began to slay the citizens of Stratholme, he was met by Mal'Ganis himself, who was working to claim their souls. Arthas sought to destroy them before Mal'Ganis could reach them, and eventually demanded the final showdown with their lord. Mal'Ganis slipped away, however, vowing to meet him in Northrend. Arthas then set fire to Stratholme, and those fires burn to this day. You can see this scene even during the Stratholme dungeon in World of Warcraft. You can see the prince, how he's slaying. Arthas followed Mal'Ganis with detachment of his troops. They arrived a month later in Dagaka Bay. As they searched for a proper place to set up camp, Arthas' men came under gunfire before being recognized by the Varan Explorers Guild, led by Muradin Bronzebeard, Arthas' old friend.
We're under attack. Take cover!
Bloody hell. You're not undead. You're all alive.
Muradin?
Together, they helped Muradin dwarves to repel undead attack and destroy undead camp. At the camp place, Arthas ordered to prepare their main base. As Muradin and Arthas continued to search for Runeblade Frostmourne, an emissary from Lordaeron arrived in Zeppelin and spoke to Captain that Uther and King Terenas instructing Arthas and his men to return home. When Arthas returned to his base, the men had abandoned their post and were making their way through the forest towards their ships. Arthas had no intention of leaving before Mal'Ganis was destroyed. With the help of some indigenous mercenaries, he managed to reach and burn his ships before his men got to them. When his men arrived, Arthas betrayed the mercenaries by accusing them of destroying the ships.
Prince Arthas? Quickly, my warriors! These murderous creatures have burned our ships and robbed you of your way home. Slay them all in the name of Lordaeron.
Damn. beasts!
Kill them all!
During search for Frostmourne, Arthas and his troops continued to press on Draktaron Keep. As he arrived, Mal'Ganis appeared to him and foretold his death. Arthas went to search Frostmourne with Muradin, leaving his captain to defend the camp. Using an ancient waygate, Arthas, Muradin and a small group of men traveled to the vicinity of the fabled Runblade. Arthas was soon confronted by the Guardian, who tried to keep him from Frostmourne. When company reached Frostmourne, Muradin read an inscription, reported that the blade was cursed. He pleaded with Arthas to forget his desire for vengeance and lead his men home, but Arthas was adamant. Arthas asked the spirits of the cavern for the sword to be released from its prison, proclaiming that he would give anything or pay any price.
Halt, lad. There's an inscription on the dais. It's a warning. It says, "Whomsoever takes up this blade shall wield power eternal. Just as the blade rends flesh, so must power scar the spirit." Oh, I should have known. The blade is cursed. Let's get the hell out of here.
I would gladly bear any curse to save my homeland.
Leave it be, Arthas. Forget this business and lead your men home.
Damn the men! Nothing shall prevent me from having my revenge, old friend. Not even you. Now, I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything or pay any price, if only you will help me save my people.
When Muradin was apparently dead, but this is a topic for another video about Muradin, Arthas continued in his vengeance against Mal'Ganis. With power of Frostmourne, he was able to defeat demon forces and kill Mal'Ganis, which should bring him peace, but instead he completely lost his sanity. But about that, I will continue next video.
You waste your breath, Mal'Ganis. I heed only the voice of Frostmourne now.
You hear the voice of the Dark Lord. He whispers to you through the blade you wield. What does he say, young human? What does the Dark Lord of the Dead tell you now?
He tells me that the time for my vengeance has come.
What? He can't possibly mean to...
It is finished.